Good evening. Welcome to the February 20th voting meeting of the Central Valley School Board. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your roll call, please, Pam.
Bruce.
Here.
Mr. Analyze.
Here.
Astro.
Here.
Mrs. Senzo.
Here.
Mr. McDonald.
Here.
Mr. Moab.
Here.
Mr. O'Neill.
Here.
Mr. Ross.
Here.
And Mr. Bloom.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. Executive session.
Yes, the board held an executive session immediately prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personnel matters and to receive information.
Thank you. Public comments on agenda items only. Any public comments? Okay, seeing none, move on to minutes. First, to approve the voting session minutes from January 16th, 2025, found on attachment A. Need a motion? So moved. Mr. Moad. Mr. Analine. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Treasury report, Mr. O'Neill.
The following bills and reports are submitted for approval. Under pay bills, we have to confirm the January 2025 general fund payments on $1,684,294.90. That's on attachment B. Number two, to confirm the January 2025 cafeteria fund payment in the amount of $60,712.17 on attachment C. Number three, to confirm the January 2025 construction fund payments in the amount of $110,571.75. That's on attachment D. Likewise, to approve the January 25 Berkheimer report, which is on attachment E. I'll make that motion.
So move, Mr. O'Neill, second. Mrs. DeCenzo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Thank you. Agenda items, board policy. Number one, to approve the 2025-2026 Central Valley School Calendar found on attachment F. Number two, to approve the nomination of Mr. Tom Moad as representative to the Beaver Valley Intermediate Unit Board, serving for a term of 3 years, beginning July 1st, 2025. Number three, to authorize the proper district officials to consent to the private offer from Knox Rentals LLC to purchase a property located at 0 Constitution Boulevard, Center Township, Pennsylvania, parcel number 56-163-0103.000 from the Beaver County Repository of Unsold Properties, found on attachment G. Number four, to approve the exoneration of the collection of unpaid school district real estate taxes due on parcel number 56-163-0103.000 0 Constitution Boulevard, Center Township, for the tax years 2008 through 2021. Number five, to authorize the proper district officials to consent to the private offer from Dion Cashaw Holding LLC to purchase a property located at 1002 Beach Street, Monaca Borough, Pennsylvania, parcel number 37-001-0214.000 from the Beaver County Repository of Unsold Properties, found on attachment H. Number six, to approve the exoneration of the collection of unpaid school district real estate taxes due on parcel number 37-001-0214.000 at 1002 Beach Street, Monaca Borough, for the tax years 2008 through 2024. Number seven, motion to appoint Mr. Sean McCreary as the superintendent for Central Valley School District for a term of 5 years, with the terms of employment to be governed by an agreement to be negotiated between Mr. McCreary and the Board of School Directors. Anything else, Mr. McCreary?
Nothing further.
I so moved. Second, Mrs. Belcastro. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peach.
I got something. I call him.
All right, negotiation items, Mr. McDonald.
Yeah, just informational. We are indeed working through the contract for Mr. McQuarrie. The plan would be to review the next month's session and approve at the time if everything works out.
You. Education items, Ms. Belcastro.
Number one, to approve, confirm the release time, staff development requests. In the chart, in the first column, you see the conference. In the second column, those individuals who will be attending, and in the third column, the dates they will be attending those. Number two, to approve an agreement with the Psychology and Learning Center to provide school-based mental health services to Central Valley students from 2024, 2025, and 2025, 2026 school years at no cost to the district. That is found on attachment I. And number three, to approve an agreement with Glade Run Lutheran Services to provide educational services for a student in their partial hospitalization program at the rate of $160.62 per day. And that is on attachment J. And I so moved.
Moved by Ms. Belcastro, second, Mr. Moad. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Technology, Mr. Moad.
No items to present this month. Thank you.
Thank you. Athletics, Mr. Ross.
One, to approve the following spring coaches and stipends pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. If you look at the left column, is that the sport and the coaches for that sport, and the middle column is the position they hold for that particular sport, and their stipend is on the right-hand column. Two, to give final approval for the high school marching band and jazz bands to attend the trip to Orlando, Florida from March 11th through the 16th, 2025. That would be attachment K. Three, to approve Kennedy Mall as the head varsity girls volleyball coach for the 2025 season at a stipend of $3,500 pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. So moved.
Mr. Ross, second, Mr. McDonald. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain?
I'm gonna abstain from Scott Patton as the JV head coach. That's my nephew.
Okay.
Everything else I'm in favor of.
Very good. Motion carried. Thank you. F, extracurricular activities, Mrs. Ascenzo.
The following individuals and stipends pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances for the Central Valley High School musical presentation. So there's three columns. The first one is the position, the second is the personnel, and the third is the payment. Then we have a chart, FYIs for field trips. And it's the chart has the destination, the group purpose, and the date. So I so make the motion.
Ascenzo, second. Mr. O'Neill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Building and grounds, Mr. Analine.
To approve and confirm the following building usage requests, the building there on the left, the organization using it, the date and the purpose.
Thank you.
Moved.
Second.
Motion.
Motion by Analine, second by Moad. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Personnel, Mr. O'Neill.
Number one, to approve the resignation of Susan Arsovich, cafeteria worker, effective January 27, 2025, attachment L. Two, to approve the resignation of Amanda Scopel, cafeteria worker effective January 31, 2025, attachment M. Number 3, to approve Brenda Stang as a cafeteria general worker at the rate of $15.59 per hour in accordance with the CVESP agreement effective February 6, 2025, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number 4, to approve the revised leave dates of elementary employee number 1842 to include a maternity leave exhausting paid days from January 2, 2025 to January 15, 2025, followed by using FMLA unpaid days from January 16, 2025 to February 3, 2025, thus returning to work on February 4, 2025. Number 5, to approve Ron Mormon as a full-time second shift flex custodian at a rate in accordance with the CVESP Memorandum of Understanding, as well as in accordance with the CVESP agreement, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances effective February 5, 2025. Number 6, motion to appoint Timothy Hill as the Director of Facilities and Grounds with compensation in terms of employment as provided in employment agreement and authorize the proper district officials to sign the agreement. Number 7, to approve Karina Pavlinch as a paraprofessional at the rate of $18 per hour in accordance with the CVESP agreement, pending receipt, review, and acceptances of all clearances effective February 24, 2025. And that is it, unless you have anything to add.
Nothing further.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. O'Neill, motion second. Mrs. DeCenzo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Finance items, Mr. Ambrose.
Number 1, to approve the audit report Central Valley School District for fiscal year ended June 30th, 2024, as presented by Seifert and Seifert Certified Public Accountants. I so move.
Motion by Mr. Ambrose, second. Mr. Moad. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Motion carried. Public comments. Anyone in public?
Yeah, I would like to publicly commend the board and congratulate Mr. McCreary on his new position. I'm pretty excited for the district along with Mr. McCreary. Well deserved and long coming, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, superintendent's comments.
Yes, I'd like to start by thanking this board for their confidence and support in me. I'm truly honored. I'm humbled for being in this position, and I relish the opportunity that you've given me. So I thank the board. I'd like to thank Dr. Perry for his 13 years of leadership of this district and his willingness to work with me through this transitional period. His leadership does not go unnoticed for the time that he was here, and I want to thank him for that. Take a minute to thank the Central Valley staff, the students, the support from the community, those that are here. I really appreciate that. I thank you for that. I'm very humbled by all of this, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to serve as a superintendent of the district. I want to thank my wife, Denise, for another task in my career that I'm going to forgo and undergo rather, and her support all the time. And lastly, I will say, Central Valley it's part of my life. It's part of who I am. I can assure you that you will get my 100% for the students and staff of this school district. And I'm excited to begin, and I look forward to it. And again, I just want to thank those I mentioned and this board for your confidence in me. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board members' comments. Mr. Moad.
I want to thank the superintendent search committee. We put in a lot of hours to go through this process. Everyone was very dedicated to it, and we ran through the process the best we could. I want to thank Dr. Rosendale from the IU for heading up the search committee and giving us some guidance along the way. It was very important to have him there to help guide us through all this, provide questions. And I want to thank all the people the candidates that submitted for the position. We talked to a lot of quality people. We saw some quality candidates come through and it was good to get to talk to those people and see different views on our district. So it was a nice process to go through. And then community members who also participated in our survey. It was great to have some input from them. But mostly, I thank Mr. McCreary. He showed through this process, I think to all of us, that he's the right guy for this job. He shows, he's part of the fabric of this community. He's dedicated himself to this school district over the years. And I think we're all very excited to see where the district goes under your leadership.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Thank you.
For us.
I'd like to do, also echo what, Mr. Moad said about the committee and also thanking Mr. Moad for chairing the committee and doing such a nice job along with, Dr. Rosendale from the IU. And again, congratulations personally again to, Mr. McCreary, and I think that's about my third or fourth time I've congratulated you. And echoing what Mr. Moad said about the process, I think you came through with flying colors. You know, did a heck of a job and proving that you're the guy for the job. So I looking forward to being on this board and working with you and congratulating the people we just hired tonight besides you. You know, I looking forward to working with these people also. So looking forward to the up and coming school year to finish out and then for next year.
Anybody else? I would like to congratulate you, rewarding you for your loyalty to this district. I mean, you were born and raised here and you've come through it with flying colors.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
Made us very proud.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I think it's been echoed by everybody. Congrats.
Thank you.
And entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Moad, second, Ms. Castro. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.